Clash of Clans episode.
Podcast.
Clash of Clans podcast episode 81. 82. And we're back with the Clash of Clans with the fans that stands. I'm your pal, Big Boneyard. I'm here with my pal, Scotty. Hey, Scotty. Doing all things Clash of Clans at clashofclanspodcast.com here at the WBSMT radio studio in the ever lovely...
A little bit more practiced at the intro by this point.
We know it's a problem. It's continually a problem.
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans podcast? Yeah, that's what it is.
All right.
We got all kinds of things to talk about. This episode has been brought to you by Bud Light for like an hour already before we started. My buddy Shooby Dooby Don't Smoke That Doobie was putting in my brand new dishwasher. So we had to wait till that was done. To record. So we're here. We got all things to talk about. We haven't recorded in a while.
And you missed War Attack, didn't you?
I did. Because of the thing.
I thought you were going to do a Minion Swarm.
I had a Minion. I was brewing it, and then I realized I'm going to have to gem the last part of it. And I was going to do that because it would have been funny, and I would have got a little bit of war loot out of it. I probably could have gone up to 17, I think, and got a star with an all Minion Swarm. But I missed it because... I've
never seen an all-minion swarm in War.
In War, yeah. With no gems, because I didn't have any gems. Because
you were out of elixir.
I'm totally out of elixir right now because I've been warring like crazy and involved in the push, and I pushed myself and stuff. I'm going to let the dogs in real quick. So, all things Clash. What are you up to, Scotty? Where are you at right now? What's happening? What are you up to?
It's been
what you doing?
A crazy couple weeks because of the push, so... I did
the
a
big
lot of
push contest. Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Actually.
Yeah. Try to cheat. Try to scam the system.
Cheat. That's a fucking harsh word.
No, I said scam the system.
Yeah, you are retracting the word cheat. Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Let's continue talking about it.
So we did a push where we figured out, okay, how do we get clans to compete against each other without having to leave, so we can do XP. Get the clan perks going and rocking up, and so each town hall level had handicap. So
what? Let's start.
Well, no, let me.
Okay, you go. You go. You go, and then I will go.
Okay,
Scotty first.
So what we really want to do is to say, how do we make it fair so that way a farming clan that wants to push and maybe has just a couple 9s and a couple 8s or however, like in the Kryptonian family, just so that way the cap would be fair for everybody so that a TH8 could compete with a TH10.
Sure.
So we built those caps in.
Handicaps.
Yeah. For the league. And we went up against all the clans were supposed to submit a team.
Yes.
And then here comes Boneyard.
Whoa. But don't intrude on my. You go your part. I'll go my part.
No, I'm telling you how.
How you see it. Okay.
His side, the right side.
Tell him the dates and the dates. Like it was a Sunday.
So yeah. So we were going to
set the stage.
We were going to do the push from the 9th through the 15th, but we were running behind on time and trying to figure out. We put a lot of talk time into like figuring out how do we do this to balance it. So we said, okay, let's give it just like 2 more days so people who aren't around can have, put in. And so we said, we'll finalize the roster on Tuesday night. So
it was a Sunday to Sunday.
And we had modified a couple little...
1 week push, Sunday to Sunday.
So, but it was really more like Tuesday to Sunday. Because we were changing the rules a little bit to make it... Because at first we said to be under the thing, under the handicapped, and then you have to climb. But we had people who had been pre-pushing and how it's normally run. So we said, okay, let's change that so that you could just have to be over the cap. And then here comes Boneyard sending a one-man team to the
contest.
The contest.
The contest, right?
Yes.
It was a push contest.
Yes.
That word is part of it.
So here comes Boneyard with the one-man team, and... It's Eglay, who's sitting at 3,500 trophies.
3,420 something.
Yeah. So we looked at it, and I was like, what? This guy's already, 900 over. There's one person, and the whole contest was built so that we could account for a wide range of town halls.
Yes.
And
my turn.
Silly old me didn't go, how would Boneyard try to, win this? So all the TH8s even would have to have been at a 900 over average. And we weren't even certain at that point if the cap on the TH8s was too high.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Here's what happened.
Here comes the salesman.
The Cartonian family, I was involved in this. They're like, hey, let's have a push contest. Cool. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Because people don't want to have to drop to start a contest because they've already been pushing, like you said.
Yeah.
Across the board, across the clans, they didn't want to have to drop. Okay, so wherever you start with is where you go. Let's start what do we do? How do we get Town Hall 8s to compete with Town Hall 10s? Make a handicap. If you're at the Town Hall 10s was 2,600 was champion.
Yeah.
If you're below that, it's negative. Anything above that gets averaged in. Okay. Town Hall 8s, whatever you had it at, it was Town Hall 8s, Town Hall
2,200.
Okay, whatever your rules were that you wanted to make the rules, you made them. And then, what did we do? It was a contest between the clans.
Yeah.
So let's okay, we weren't involved in making the fact that you didn't have to drop first. Whatever is existing can go for it. So what did I do to win the contest? I had one guy to put in to win the contest. Now, whoa.
Totally ignoring the whole,
ignoring
just
what?
The spirit of the push. What the push was supposed to do.
What was it supposed to do?
It was supposed to do, bring teams together.
Yeah.
Designed it to not, and this was before the list was finalized, too.
Okay.
When we were still in the rule,
This huge argument erupted Tuesday afternoon because I was waiting until Tuesday at midnight when it was the last draw. That was when we could put in our team. I put in my team. I got one guy in my team. I'm putting in Egley, and he's like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah,
you guys raised such a stink that my guy had to quit. He's like, I'm not going to do it. And guess what? He still won.
You're the one that caused a stink. We said you got to send more than one.
No. Okay, that's not in the rules. It wasn't in the rules then. It's still not in the rules. It wasn't in the rules later. No. Look, go to the. Hey, everybody, go to the.
Because the push was already on. Why would I go change the rules?
Because you even said that. You're like, oh hey, I can change the rules up until Tuesday.
But we already know the entries. It's not like we're waiting for more people to come. I'll change it for next time.
Okay, but the rules were the rules, and the rules did not say you had to have more than one person. Because Phantom Zone only had 4. You were like, you got to have 5.
Boneyard. But it wasn't about the contest, winning the contest. It was about the.
It is. So it wasn't a contest. It was just an exhibition.
You are out of your mind.
Was there a prize at the end of the contest?
Yes.
What?
Well, I'm inventing the prize. I think I'm going to call
you still okay. So there wasn't a prize before the contest, or even after the contest was over. Now you're inventing a prize.
Clan family trophy push.
Yeah, and we did that. No. It wasn't that's not what it was. It was a contest.
No, you are. See, this is
it was a contest. Does us winning detract anything from what you guys did? No, it doesn't. But you made a contest. Next time, make it different. Yeah. Make it.
How would Boneyard
we got
try to scam the system?
I'm not scamming the system. I'm winning the contest.
The average of one person.
It was a contest between clans to see who could win this trophy push, and I had a winning. I immediately came up with the winning plan.
We looked at it and we're like, no, this is not. It's not even what the context is.
Had Egley been at 2,200 trophies, you wouldn't have fucking batted an eye. You would have been, you're only putting one guy in. That's fine.
No, I would have.
No, you would not have.
Yes,
you guys got all pissy because right away you knew that we were going to win. Well, right away.
You know what? I would have been better if he would have.
Yeah, if you would have been below, you would have been like, that's fine. You're only going to put one in.
Because it takes a lot of time to get to a certain point. So, what my TH8's, because we had just announced it, the people that wanted to push in TH8, they didn't have a lot of warning. And so it's like, okay, we're trying to make a fair contest. That was the whole point of it.
No, you made a
fun, fair contest. And then here comes Boneyard going, I'm just going to throw this winning strategy right off before we even started
You agree that it's a winning strategy.
I think it would have been really hard.
But you guys didn't let me be in the contest.
Yes, because that wasn't the
You were raising such a stink. Oh, you got to have 5 people. Oh, this and that. And then it became a whole thing.
Well,
then my guy quit.
That's not how the contest was designed.
He's like, I don't want to be in this contest. I'm like, okay, well, then we're done.
It's like...
And I had several... before that happened...
A trophy push is a team thing.
Before that happened, I had up to... You guys were like, oh, you got to have more. I had up to 3 guys ready to go in. And I asked, hey, is 3 enough or we're still blackballed? And you're like, don't quit being a fucking dick. I'm like, well, shit, we're out now. I guess fuck it. Because they don't want to lose to us again. Again and again and again.
And the biggest people putting up a stink was everybody with no skin in the game.
You and Natalie and Cooper.
And I said I challenge.
The 3 of you are like, well,
if Eglay's the only one that wants to come, I'll challenge him.
Cooper says, oh yeah, you did challenge him.
Yeah.
And guess what? You lost because he stopped pushing and he still won the whole contest by himself.
No, he wasn't in the contest.
I tell you what, but I have the screenshots.
No, he didn't actually. Natalia did.
There was
Natalia.
The contest
2,600 trophies.
Now I'm not taking away from her at all. I'm not taking away
from
3,600. I'm not taking away from anybody who went up to,
would not listen. The top.
I'm not taking away from anybody who went up to champions and did their shit. Much less Natalie because she got up to
Natalia
3,600 or right 35 something, right?
3,600.
3,600. Yeah. Awesome. Like that is a feat.
Yes. And Kent Farmhouse won.
But overall, the contest was per clan. And the scores, the highest score was Kent Farmhouse, was 600 something. Our score was 850. So Egley won. Not only did he.
Is it a rule to throw nails on the floor at a basketball game?
Yes, it is. Yes, there are rules.
Somebody had to go back and invent it because people had said.
Yeah, almost immediately when that game was invented. Yes, you can't rush the field and. Anybody throwing shit out? Oh, that's a timeout.
You should just be a game tester. How can I try to?
Maybe because I would win games until they made them.
You were like trying to iMod the competition.
What I'm saying is that not only did Egley stopped pushing,
so that's his problem,
and he still beats you straight up, and beat everybody. Zod, if it was just him, beat everybody score wise. And
but that's not the game.
Funky and Rico Funky and Rico.
If you guys
we all decided to push.
Oh, why didn't you just push during the enter the contest?
And here's the thing: I was at 1,600 trophies. Yes, in one day I got to 2,600, which was my handicap. I'd never been higher than what my handicap was.
Yeah.
Okay. By the end of the contest, I had reached champion,
which you weren't part of. Or no, you didn't
Masters
want to enter in the first place. Yeah.
But I mean, so I would have had something, and I would have brought the average down. I would have entered anyway. The 3 guys that I wanted to enter on Tuesday before you told us we couldn't be in it,
and you could have started on Sunday.
The 3 guys that I wanted to enter after you said I couldn't have one person, I said, "Is 3 enough?" And you told me I was a dick. Had those 3 guys been in it, we still would have won. The average still would have beat you guys. I got screenshots. I got proof.
I don't know. We would have maybe played differently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Played. Yeah, you would have.
Like, okay, so Zod's, but Phantom Zone sent to TH6, and it was like,
okay, so, and that was the thing you guys were saying on Tuesday. Oh, we got to turn around, change the rules. You're going to change rules anyway. You're going to change rules all the time. Change rules.
I'm like, okay,
fix the handicap then. But you couldn't stand
then
losing to Zod again, so you said, "Oh no, you can't have one person in it."
No, I think you're just crazy. It was like, come on, we're trying to have a fun contest.
Why? How does it lessen the fun that happened? You know that it's not
people are competing over a week.
Yeah, it's not taking away from what you're doing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So you guys are just pissed constantly because everything that Zod does better than you takes away from what you're doing.
You didn't do anything better. You didn't do anything better. You were just trying to scam the contest. I mean, technically, if you look through, but we were trying to build.
Technically, is like a pretty loaded term. Technically means yes.
Before we changed what we were doing. The thing was, we were at the stage where you should have just been like, well, I could have scammed the system to try to win this way, or say, okay, let's just do a couple people to do it different. How do we build how do we get the teams against each other? We might as well just have a one-person trophy push, because that would be the most strategic move for me to say, I'm only entering the contest and beat him.
Yes, it would. And that's exactly what we did.
But that's the point of the contest is to... we might as well just go, okay, I'm going to pick this guy.
Is the word contest.
You should have said the champion thing.
So what you're saying is, what you guys did was just an exhibition.
You were out of your mind.
You didn't actually really compete for anything. It was just an exhibition to show off what you could do.
You are out of your mind. It was a team challenge.
And our team was just one guy.
No.
Yes. Team Zod. I put all my apples in one basket.
Team Boneyard. There's no I in team.
There's an I in America. And I'm going for the troops. You don't like the troops? Is that what you're saying? Apparently, everybody but House of Zod in the K-Fam doesn't like the troops. Is what Scotty's saying.
Okay, whatever. All right.
All right, so that's a little too far.
Anyways,
you're just going to quit on me?
It's like arguing with a road cone. Because you don't get it.
No, you don't get it. I totally understand how you wanted to have a fun competition between everybody. Guess what? The House of Zod is part of the family, and this is the way that we wanted to do it. You didn't make the rules.
It was like this.
You didn't make the rule. You did.
This would be Boneyard. He'd go to like a family picnic. And everybody's doing the race where they, put your potato bag or whatever with their
potato sack race, yeah.
And then Boneyard would go, well, there's an odd number of people. I don't have a team. You didn't make a rule that if there's not another person, that the person can't enter. And they'd go, of course, we didn't, make that rule. We just thought that everybody would put their legs with somebody else, and there was an odd person who they just couldn't enter the contest.
You're mixing things here.
Would be that guy going, look, I do the potato sack race all by myself because you didn't put in the rules that you couldn't have. Okay. You had to have a partner.
Understandably, but you're mixing things up. In a potato sack race, you're by yourself in the sack. You're thinking of a three-legged race.
Yeah, three-legged race. Whatever.
Okay. If I tried to enter a three-legged race,
I don't have a third leg.
What would I do?
You didn't say if there was if a third.
You have to have three legs to be in the race. Yeah. So you have to have either an amputee or another person.
We just wouldn't have to. We just wouldn't have to put that in the rules in the first place because it's common sense.
No,
that's the
it's part of the rules. It's a three-legged race.
You'd be the guy going, okay,
it doesn't apply, Scott.
Yeah,
a three-legged race.
The rule.
A three-legged race is with three people. That allegory does not apply.
You would have figured out a way to say,
and we would have won.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm saying is the common sense in the rules.
Your push and blackballing the House of Zod, not being able to be in it, was one entry.
I think it was the best decision too.
This is a dick move.
No.
Plus, everybody's trying to gang up on me, that's bullshit. Cooper says this one. This is what Cooper said. Hey, there's the letter of the law and the spirit of the law.
Yeah, we were trying to do...
Okay. And then what did I ask? How about when we're in a contest with each other, the letter of the law and the spirit of the law, how does Phantom Warlord fit in there? When you're infiltrating other people's bases that you're up against in a war, which is not cheating. That's a technique, right? But letter of the law, spirit of the law. When you're competing with me,
player one over in L, giving us wall breakers. What are you talking about?
That was because you changed my the leadership. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the 10-on-10 war. The first person to 10 battles. The best thing wins. The last one we had.
Yeah.
Not the first war with L we had that we won. The second war with L that we had that we won, where we had 10 in a row. We had 10 wins in a row.
Oh, that was a contest. I didn't even know it started.
Exactly. You can't go to the L's leadership because you didn't know what's happening.
Well, you were getting easy matchups too. Like you don't get L matchups.
No, don't try to.
During that contest, we had the 40.
Don't try. Listen, don't try to use that as an excuse. Part of being a good clan is getting good matchups, and getting good matchups means you're not super top heavy, so you're always up against crap, heavy matchup clans. I keep a lot of fucking lower town halls in my clan, and it keeps us with a lot of lower town halls in the other clan. Not that it's easy back and forth, but if my lower town halls are better than theirs, then we're going to win. Having all top 9s and 10s, which L has, means you're up against all 9s and 10s.
I think it's more fun to have wars where you're like really having to try and push.
I do like close wars. I do like when it comes down to like the last 2 minutes. That's a fun day.
So I like lots of we have lots of 10s, but in 9s and 8s, and
right.
I like that.
But part of the strategy of being a clan is
but it's just a war record. I mean, that's whatever. It's like, don't you want to have fun battles? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we do.
Okay,
we have fun. That's the
point of the contest. Was
we have fun
let's
working
challenge.
We have fun working through new people and getting them on shit and having them. Town Hall 8s. That whole Town Hall 8 thing that's going on right now. Okay, let's battle it up. Work on the drags. People are like, I'm going to try hogs. Let's work on your hogs. That's what's fun. We don't care if the other clan is good or not. We're going to beat them. I do like it when it's close because it's a little more action packed.
So I'm just not booting people to keep my not accepting 10s because I don't want a tough battle. That's what I'm saying.
No, and I agree. I don't. We don't. Except there's a percentage of whether or not we accept people based on what town hall, the higher town hall level they are, means they have to perform that much better.
Yeah,
and they get it's a little stricter. They have to do better earlier. Yeah. Town hall 8s that show up that are like, oh yeah, you got the troops for it. Let's see if you can do it. We're going to teach you how to do it. Town hall 9s and 10s that show up, you're like, you better already know how to do it, and you better have the troops to be able to do it.
Or because everybody has a bad war, if you have a bad war, you get and so if you're following directions, you're doing it. Your troops are upgrading, or
you have a king down or a queen down. Hey,
and I kind of think we might look a little bit more at troop levels coming in. I think L's gonna tighten our war strategy. We tried something new this war where we did, and I think
you guys.
This is something that Phantom Warlord saw in the clan.
It's Thursday. It's Thursday today. You guys are just done with war.
We're an hour away.
What's the score? Where are you at?
86 to 73.
That's pretty good.
So
how many people? 35?
40.
40. So
we only have 2 attacks left, but we did something different.
2 attacks left, and you're out of 86 out of 120.
Yeah.
Right on. What's your record look like? Where you been at?
We've been kind of up and down. It's been weird matchups, but here's the thing. Hold on, let me
what do you got,
say this about the last clan. Matt infiltrated, and he saw their strategy, and so we want to try it this time. And that was the top 20 people in the clan. Only the top 10 can take. And it really seemed to work, at least for this war, because I think a lot of the 9s, because I think there's 13 Town Hall 10s, 11 Town Hall 10s, and so the 11 and down had to go 10 below themselves at the most.
At the what?
If I was number 11,
how far down on average do you guys attack?
Well, this war was anybody that's 11 and below has to go 20 and below.
Why?
And all the top guys. Because AXP...
Okay, A are the top 10 guys getting stars on both their attacks? I mean, are you doing good?
Mostly. This war was a little bit different. We had 2 fails on number 4. And so there was a really good cleanup at the bottom. People got their attacks in. We weren't at the end, and so it's an hour left, and we're not sitting here going, okay, we need this one or this one to get this particular star. People went, I think, more to the range that they should be attacking on their first and doing the stars. There's a lot of good teamwork then, because the 9s and that 10 had to organize around what they could take, and we didn't have to worry so much about what we needed to do, because we could go do a 2 on a 10. And like the first one, I got 49 or 47%. I almost put a star, but the XP, and so we were progressing pretty much like we would have, but we were getting the more stars in the bottom right away and really working at it. And then the top, we've just been filling in. So at about...
Do you have all the stars? At 86 out of 140, do you have all the stars? I mean, all the XP? If you start everything? Yeah. Okay, that's important.
Yeah. So, and that's... Well, no, we didn't have... We have the 1, 3, and the 4 don't have a star on them.
Okay. Well, that's...
Because one of our guys...
That's a lot of stars.
Well, one of our guys
That's a lot of XP that you need, that you should be doing.
Yeah. Well, we had 2 fails on 4, like I said. I put a 2 on 2, and so we're getting the high stars, but I think with the way it organized, we're going to get that 50. So it's like 15 XP versus 50 if it ends up this way.
That's why. See, this is why you guys aren't level 3 yet.
We're going to be level 3 after this war. You're probably we're 100 away, so you're probably not that far ahead.
After this war, we will be like 350 into the next one.
Yeah, I think we'll be...
I don't know what happened in the last week because you guys haven't won a war and you aren't getting the XP yet. Over at Zod, we're you go in from the bottom and you go all the way up. So you're going top 10 are in charge of the top 20.
We tried that this war.
That's what you're doing.
To make sure to ease the pressure on the 10s to get in the last 2 hours, of the war.
Okay.
We were trying to do it to see to get the 9s and the 8s to go.
How many? Okay,
the 8s to go first.
Out of the top
and then the 9s,
yeah.
we opened it up at the end because I failed on one of my attacks and another guy failed early. In the war, on our attacks. We said, well, we're not going to be able to put a star on every base. We're going to open up to the 9s who haven't gone yet, if they want to do something in the top 20. And it worked good because people were really putting the stars where they needed, in a range that they needed to put them in low, and then letting us go up and be more certain of it. Now, there was a couple attacks. There's a few attacks in this war. I guess
this really doesn't...
I'm not saying that this is a strategy necessarily because there was a bunch of fails.
It's hard to match up with what we do because how many 10s do you have?
10 or 11.
See, we have 3 or 4. And so it's hard to match that up because I guess we do the same thing, but we do the top 6 or 8 because we have 3 or 4 Town Hall 10s, so the top 6 or 8 are left for the Town Hall 10s.
Yeah, these are.
I guess that's the same strategy.
These are pretty much left open.
Same strategy, but
it totally took
the Town Halls.
It let me go like that. I was sitting here going, all right, I know that these stars are going to be pretty much covered because some of our higher 9s are going to be cleaning up these stars. I can go in on. I'm pretty sure we're all going to put stars on these bases. I can go 5 hours early or 6 hours early because I know that these are being cleaned up in this range. If I do this and we kind of just keep plugging, we'll win this.
Yeah. Well, you got to count on the rest of the gang doing the thing.
But it's not like I'd normally be sitting there at the end of a war or like 5 hours before war's done, and I would be going, all right, where am I going to need to go in the next few?
Do I need to drop down to something or something?
Because we're waiting on a 9 or an 8 to get their attack in really low. I'm at the point where I'm like, well, if you get boxed out, and we were talking about this because I met Mailman. Big shout out to Mailman.
Oh yeah, the big thing last night.
Matt and Boaz down in the cities, and we all had dinner, and it was a big nerd fest, and it was awesome. It was cool to see.
What did you have for dinner?
Old Chicago pizza. Yeah, very good.
Good stuff.
And so we talked about it. We wanted to try it, and we said basically, if you get boxed out, it's like if you're timing, if you can't get your attacks in early, then you might not be good fit for the clan. If you get boxed out because you didn't get your attacks in, you're going to sit out a war. And that's going to be like the new thing is you're going to sit out a war, and then if you do it again, or you don't follow directions, then you'll be gone.
Yeah, right.
And so we're just kind of like, all right, we just need to tighten up a little bit because we need to make sure that those 8s are getting. And I heard this on the other podcast too, that other people are in the same boat where the 8s aren't getting their stuff in. And so if I have to get my attacks in within the last 6 hours of war, they're going to have to get theirs in the first 6 hours of war. And if you can't be there, and I love having people to the clan, but if you can't be there, it just doesn't work with your schedule, and it doesn't work with our schedule. So if we can tighten those places up, we'll have much less stress in the war.
Yeah, and that's where we're at. Like we're there. We leave the Town Hall 7s. Again, we have Town Hall 7s that we're up against because we get matched up with even matchups. We'll have a Town Hall 7 or 2. Nobody even attacks those. Those are for the guys that get boxed out. The Town Hall 8s that don't come around, that miss. Guess what? You got to go down and hit that Town Hall 7 for me. Okay. Yeah. I'll get 3 stars for me.
And that's normally how it goes. We didn't go bottom. We tried doing a bottom up thing and it just wasn't working.
And we're to the point. Our last war we went to war with not one new person.
Yeah. See, we've got an influx of people lately.
We
lost a
we got some new people.
Clanmate, Mystic.
We don't keep them around. We don't, here. New people are the first people to leave out of a war, even before second accounts. We leave those people out so they can watch and learn it. And if they're active on chat, and
that might be a good idea.
Cool. Is if they're active on chat and they're involved, and like, okay, now you're in the war, and then they try. The new guy Ripley, he was like, hey, I'm ready to go. Okay, get him in the war, and he did decent. And he's like, oh, I'm trying this new stuff. Your drags are good. He's a Town Hall 8. He wants to try some hogs. Okay, this war, he went in. And we planned it out all for 24 hours of prep day. Like, I'm ready to do this. And right away went in and I think he 2-starred. He didn't get it all, but he was pissed. And he immediately gemmed his whole army and then immediately attacked the one below it, which was the same kind of base. It's the same kind of base, it's the same kind of plan. And he went in and he got 0 stars. And he's like, I'm probably not going to be in the next war. I should probably quit. And just really kicking himself. But here's the thing. A super active player got,
everybody has
never going hot. If you fucking fuck up with an attack, sit out, take a breath.
Yeah.
Don't go right back in.
Yeah.
And the fucked up thing is, like, you should see this replay. The second one was Drag Rage, pretty standard. But he went in, and for some reason, every single, all 8 of his drags were in one spot, getting hit by 2 wizards, trying to go for the king, the skellies, and
that skeletons.
The king, the skellies,
horrible.
The king, the skellies, and the CC were all in one spot, right next to a storage. So the dragons just burned and burned and burned, and one's burned the king, and they're just getting hit by the CC, and then once that was dead, they're burning the storage, and it was still, they were raging, but just getting beat down, and it was hard to watch.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I like that idea that maybe people that are new to the clan, from now on, we say sit out a war and watch.
Depends on the numbers.
Yeah.
And their enthusiasm when they join.
Yeah. I think that would be a good idea. Just because, if
wars in 4 hours, if they're on for 4 hours talking and hey, this is cool, and blah blah blah, and we might put them in, or if we're for 34, when they might be 35.
I think going forward,
or 36, they're probably out.
I think going forward, it's that makes perfect sense to say, okay, we've got our clan where we're starting right now. Okay, we just lost co-leader Mystic. He went to the True Sons. Big shout out. And he was really good at helping coordinate, give people advice. Really good attacker. Like poetry attacker, And so he left, and we got a bunch of new people, and there was a couple weeks ago where people influxed in, and so we've kind of just hit where we've been in the war together for most people for over a week, and we pushed.
A couple of weeks ago
got to know each other better.
A couple of weeks ago was when Jake from One Hive came down and put recorded videos. And the House of Zod was on there, and people from L were commenting on it, and so people were like watching that and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go check out their shit." And we had just a huge influx of people, and we're like, "Okay, you can stick around for a war, and then you got to go or listen to because it's for the fans in the stands, podcast listeners."
Yeah.
So we pushed the podcast on everybody,
right?
And we got two solid keepers. Tung and Huang are both. These guys could stay. And Dizzle, too, I think he was the same thing. We were keeping these guys. A couple other guys, you're enthusiastic. Oh, one guy, Slither.
Yeah, but sometimes you go, it's not quite our fit.
You need to get your troops up before you can come. You're a Town Hall 9 and you have Town Hall 7 troops. You can't come with us.
Yeah. And we said, we got a bunch of people in, new. And we've been warned, kind of seeing the rhythm of those players come together, because we were doing 35, and then we had kind of been down to I think 30-person war, and now we went up to 50 to 45 to 40, somewhere in there for the last couple. So we're going to start tightening that part of it, because I think it was that changeover, and post holiday.
You guys were at 50 and 45 the last couple. Let me ask you, what's your war record? Where are you at here? What's the scores? And what's the red versus
We have not
the green?
been doing, since the XP got introduced, seemed a little bit weirder than normal. When
you haven't won a war since last Tuesday.
We're only 52 points shy of clan perks, or clan level 3.
Clan level 3, right.
We've got 46 wars won. We're doing 3 a week. Now, since the XP update, it's things have changed. Instead of doing our fun wars, which kind of let people do their, just play a little bit and have fun. When the XP got introduced, it was we really need to do XP, even if we're going to have a fun war, you need to put the stuff on the top of the bases.
You need to have, even if you're going to lose, you need to star every base.
But
even if you're going to lose, you got a 1-star every base.
We would use that to try out new armies and things like that,
right.
that practice war. But then it was God, that's 50 XP that we don't get and in resources. And then we did that push, so things got tight with resources. I think with a lot of us pushing.
So you're 50 away from clan level 3.
Yeah, but that's our war ends in a few minutes. So
and what are you at for XP for what you're going to win?
Let's see.
Thing.
I was just looking we'll get 145.
All right, we are at 355 out of 1900
for the next one
for level 3. We're up 355, so we're up 400.
Well, we had a few losses in the last couple weeks where we hit a streak, and it was you saw that one. It had 40. Level 40 heroes in pretty much max.
Yeah.
Number 1 through 8. It was ridiculous. And then with the last war, just good attackers. Maybe some missteps. Let's see.
We hit our fucking slump.
Oh, we were on a bad slump. I didn't really realize it was that bad. We're on a 6
wars lost in a row so far.
104 to 109, 89 to 95, 94 to 107, 69 to 81, 17 to 20. We did a 10 versus 10 on a weekend, so that took us back in XP a little bit. That was last weekend.
Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, that's a big chunk of missing XP.
We were pushing, and so it was I wasn't really thinking about it.
Yeah, we had that 15 wins in a row. It's Zod's record in a row is 15 wins in a row, and that 15th win was our 30th war in a row without a loss. We had a tie in the middle.
Yeah,
15 wins in a row. Then we lost 3 in a row. We were bitching. We got modded. We got the sandbox, the iMod. The guy Brock went over there to talk to him. And then they didn't let him in. But then somebody came over to talk to us and openly admitted to modding. Why wouldn't you do that? And we bitched at that guy till he left. The second one was super obviously modding. And the third one, I want to say that we got modded in 3 in a row, but I think maybe they were just super good. because there was some shitty attacks that were like good attacks, but they didn't go all the way from the same guy that had, that guy's modding. And then his second attack wasn't that great. So maybe
didn't have time to mod?
That, or maybe maybe we just we're pissy about getting modded. Obviously modded twice. And then got it was the second one 91 to 97, 35 to 35. So it was out of 105, 91 to 97. That was that third one. I was like, those guys were pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit uneven. There was a lot of town hall. We had 3 town hall 10s and they had 5. And it just was like,
we've been having these high 40s heroes.
3 in a row. So there was 15 in a row, then 3 losses, and then I think we're at 4 or 5 in a row since that. 4 in a row since that, and then we just got matched up.
And we have those high heroes that have been coming in and putting high stars on the higher bases. And it's been some weird matchups since the perks. And I think it might be because of the algorithm changing. But I think as there's a wider gap, we're going to run into. I think that it's going to get better.
Oh, so we just got matched up to Dark Orc.
Nice.
Another Korean clan. We have 4 Town Hall 10s. They have 3 Town Hall 8s. Go down. Theirs go to 18. Ours go down to 19. And they have
your 8s go down to.
Yeah, we go down to the teens. We have 8. My top Town Hall 8 is 20. I mean, we're out of 35, wow. So we have a dozen Town Hall 8s or 15 Town Hall 8s. And so when we talk about the Town Hall 8s versus Town Hall 8s, that's huge for us.
I think our top is 28.
That's huge for us.
The Town Hall 8
versus Town Hall 8. It's because it's half the war. Yeah. And so they got to go in and 3-star all the way up. And it's so fun to watch that shit. 2 wars ago, we made our... And I'm not super sure this is the record, but I'm going to call it as it because I don't remember anymore. We had 11 3-stars in a row.
Nice.
Not, and other clans and other people can say, I remember seeing a picture of...
Oh, we did that.
Somebody had it was a 10-person war, and there was... And they showed the screenshot was 10 attacks, 30 points.
Nice.
It was a perfect war. It was a perfect war. 10 attacks, 30. Boom. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We had 11 attacks, 11 3-stars in a row, and that's the highest that Zod's ever done. That's what I'm going to call it at. We might have done better before, but I don't think so.
I can't remember what it was. We had,
but you look
I don't remember how many it was.
You open it up. I wake up, 33 points, 11 attacks. Fucking great job, guys. They got 7 points for 4 attacks, and you're like,
yeah,
this is fucking crazy.
We did a really strong start one time like that, where I don't know what the streak was, but it was like all of a sudden people were doing the 3-star, and somebody did do well, and it's like, oh,
fuck you, dude. You're out. That's what we did.
And I'd hate to be that guy.
You're like, okay, you're demoted. You're out.
Yeah, because
ours was ours. The guy went up way high, and Alex R. I shouldn't even say his name because fuck you. Didn't even know who we were. Apparently, he'd been around because he got in because somebody told him the password.
Oh.
Some bullshit, somebody's like, hey, I got in there. I'm like,
the
password is my
and that's
friends.
the thing, is I think that people that listen, or people that are in our clan that listen, know kind of where we're coming at for like the war attacks or like the strategy. And you kind of get personalities of people that are like, kind of the...
And I remember Alex R. was like, he's around for war.
He shares the same sense of humor.
Well, he's around for war. And he's okay. Doesn't chat much. Okay, well, I got other players like that don't chat much. Okay, as long as you're good when you're around when you need to be, that's fine.
Oh, what?
I like everybody to be super active, but when you got 30 people chatting at once, the threads get a little lost.
Yeah.
So, and that's fine. I'd rather have that.
That's fine if it's not,
because we have
if
line.
Not super chatty.
We have a line, and if you need to discuss an attack at length, go over there.
There was a late.
But he burned it, and like, hey man, and somebody kicked him out like, you fucking jerk off.
There was a late submission for a troop.
Oh?
It was called the Boneyard Troop.
Oh, what is it?
It runs out of the clan castle and interrupts.
That's good.
Interrupts.
Hey, wait! No, you didn't press that button.
Yeah. Oh, you're not shooting at that wall.
No, you're not. What are you, fucking stupid?
No, the rules say. And that's what it
follow
would be
the
doing.
rules.
Yeah.
Because the rule. Don't get me started on that shit again, dude.
Out there critiquing the
I was a little
clappers.
PO'd at the time.
Well, yeah. I tell you were just being a little baby in the chat room.
Me,
Yeah.
I was trying to profess that it was your game. I wanted to enter it on your rules. Yeah. I'm trying to enter it as you have.
As the leaders work together to come up with rules that figure out for
maybe
the
need
clan.
to work a little harder. The second one,
Obviously,
yeah, the second one would have been just fine. It would have been a super fair game. But the first one was this is the way you presented it. Okay. I'm entering it, and then you whined until my guy quit.
No.
You did.
No.
You did. You cried. All three of you were crying. Everybody's crying.
No. Everybody was like, Boneyard, why can't you get this?
Natalie said, if that's the way Zod wants to play, the clan will find their own thing. What the hell?
Because it was trying to explain it to you. You just weren't getting half of this podcast.
You can explain it to me all you want. Yeah. I understand what
we were trying to make a contest as a family.
And why can't Zod be part of the family the way that we play our game?
Don't be.
Hey, if you have a brother who
shouldn't have been maybe the brother at Monopoly.
If you're a family, if you in your family, if you're a legitimate real life family, Scotty, have a brother who's a bit of a black sheep. Are you just going to write him off, or are you going to consider him family even though he's...
Are you out of your mind?
So you're right. So you're just fuck that guy. He doesn't play by the rules. He's not even related to me anymore. Okay. That's what you're saying?
You are crazy.
That's what you're saying? Because that's what I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want you here.
No, I think it'd be awesome if next time, because we'll say a minimum of 5 people or something like that.
There you go. Next time.
Yeah. See, terms and conditions. This is why people McDonald's has to put coffee hot on it because it's this should just automatically know that. It's you put coffee hot on it. It's you should know. It's not coffee. It's hot.
After the fact.
We're trying to make
after
this.
the fact.
Then
after
they said
the
we
fact.
better label.
You wanted to have an inter-clan competition, a contest between clans, not between individual people or between groups of people. So it was between clans.
The point though was so that everybody didn't have to push because
exactly.
So the people who wanted to opt out, it wasn't more It wasn't
it was a contest between clans
to
see which clan would win.
We didn't think about it
in a bush.
Normally,
you would have to put anybody you wanted.
Normally, you would have to to enter a push contest like that, and we said average. You'd have to go start your own clan. Now,
right? You made a handicap.
A trophy
per
push
person.
is a whole team thing. We didn't think that it would. You couldn't have entered the competition before. With a one person, you'd have to go over the one person clan, and then it would.
No,
we were trying to make
one person clan.
Yeah,
he is the only person on my team.
Yeah, but we should say, okay, you know what? If you're going to play baseball, right? You're going to have to bring a full team.
So what? You guys had 9 people, and Phantom Zone only had 4.
Yeah.
Why is that fair? Why is it fair that we can't have 1?
Well, we should have said 5. But the 4 at least was in the spirit of the rules, or of what we wanted to do with the competition.
Is not the rules.
It wasn't. The rules weren't even finalized at that point. If the list wasn't finalized,
false. You earlier on this podcast, you said the rules were finalized on Sunday, but the thing.
But we were still adapting them.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you changed the rules so that we couldn't do one person.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Because that was not what it was supposed to be.
So you blackballed us from the contest that you set up. What the rules were, we could have entered. And then you changed the rules so that we weren't allowed to be in the contest. That's exactly what you did.
Yeah, exactly what I did.
And that's bullshit.
No.
Yeah, because you were scared of... Well, not that you were scared, because you realized that you had already
Somebody's got to tell the person that you have to have 3 legs in a 3-legged race.
Yeah.
And that was me. Saying
no.
to.
It wasn't a 3-legged
race. I never
race.
had to write this down before today. Because I wouldn't think a person without a partner would enter a 3-legged race. But You
They don't have 3 legs, Scotty. That allegory does not work.
In the rules,
one person does not have 3 legs.
No,
one clan is a team, even if they're only one person. It's still a team.
You can't be a team.
Still, my clan's
yourself.
team. Yes, you can.
No,
my clan's team had 1 person on it. That's the argument here. My clan's team.
Do you consider like?
Everybody put in their own
America,
team.
But individuals at the Olympics, they're an individual. Yeah. Like there's different thing between like a 2-person versus a 2-person game and a 2-person versus a 1-person.
It wasn't 2-person or 1-person. It was teams. It wasn't teams. It was clans versus clans. Yeah. The only person who's standing up for my clan, I had 1 rabbit in the race, and that's it. That was Clan Zod.
That was your strategy.
Team Zod
but
was
we
Eggley.
didn't think anybody would... we didn't consider that.
That's on you. That's your fault.
Then we changed it. So I corrected it.
Yeah, and so
I said,
because
nope,
you didn't,
if you're not sending it to people...
And here's the thing. Earlier you also said, if Eggley would have started at 2,200, you would have been just fine.
I would have been better at it. I would have been thinking better about it.
Why? Because you had a better chance of winning.
I would... No.
Bullshit.
I think it would have... We were trying to make sure that the 10s were... Or the 8s and everybody were at a good spot.
That's fine.
So even if there was a spread...
Maybe you need to drop the handicap on the 8s at the time. When you're changing rules, change the rules. Don't just change the rules so that we can't be involved.
You could have just said, hey, I'll get in the contest. Or sent your top 5 people.
We did.
You were saying, only 1 person wants to push.
And that's the truth.
Well, then you can't go to the game.
No,
if only one person wants to play...
On Sunday when you went... the weeks before when you announced this push, there was only 1 person that wanted to.
Well, then Zod can't be in the contest.
No, but at the time, there was no rule about only having 1 person. There was only 1 person on push. So we got in the contest on Tuesday, then you changed the rules to say that more people were needed.
Yes.
After we entered with 1 person.
Well, somebody's got to be the first person to point out that you can't have two legs in a 3-legged race.
That doesn't work. It's a team. It's not the same
team.
That's not. That's not apples and apples with your 3-legged race.
I'm talking about the rules and a trophy push is a clan event. Is like a multi-person event, unless you were competing against individuals, which we did in our clan.
If you wanted to make it work, it would be you can't be in the 3-legged race. The 2 of you can't be in the 3-legged race because you're both 12 feet tall. And so that we could walk, 6 feet at a time and then win the race in 4 steps, because that's how tall we are.
Well, yeah. But, okay.
You can't be in a potato sack race because you're tiny and you can run at a full speed in a potato sack.
Might be more coordinated. It's just the spirit of the competition.
I got to tell you something. I gotta. It's not really off the topic, but one time I won a potato sack race by dropping the potato sack on the ground so it was around my feet and then shuffling my feet super fast and just like speed walking instead of hopping in a potato sack, and I won that race. Again, not changing the rules.
You can't run in your race, you have to hop, I mean,
it's a potato sack race.
Yeah.
The rules don't say you have to hop, you have to be inside of a sack.
Yeah.
And so I did that and I won. Now, that's not against the rules. Maybe they'll change the rules later to say, you have to hop. But at the time, it's a winning strategy.
Yeah, but we didn't start the contest yet, so we said, no.
So what you did was you didn't want us to win.
We corrected it before
you guys were scared of us winning again.
No.
And that's not fair. You got so crabby about the fact that it's not fair and blah, blah, blah.
You think it's unfair, that we said beforehand. This is not what it's supposed to be about. This is not... We're going to change the rules to fit. We changed the rules, and you could have said at that point.
We couldn't change the rules because we didn't have enough people even then. You raised such a... the rules... You couldn't... The rules... Basically, the rules only changed... The rules changed to say that we couldn't be in it. It wasn't like you had to have 5 people because that wasn't the rule.
No, but Phantom Zone already had 4 people. That seemed reasonable.
Oh, so they get an exception.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was
you didn't say
4, not 1.
You didn't say that to us, so that we could have 4. Actually, I think somebody actually went on the line and said, so why isn't Phantom Zone being...
I wasn't going to kick I wasn't going to kick Phantom Zone out of the contest because you wanted to send one person, and that's not what we wanted. I was not going to say, okay, you can't be in here because Boneyard says that if we're going to change the rules to 5, then we have to change it to 5.
No. Boneyard didn't say shit. You said we had to change the rules to 5.
But Boneyard's crying about this, you can't be in the competition.
There was no crying. There was no bullshitting. It was, so why isn't this clan being held to the same thing? Because we're getting shit on.
Because they were, it was their attempt. They are a different.
Oh, because they had Tunnel 8s. That was the rule. Because
there was 4 of them. Versus one of them.
Well, we wanted to get more people in, and then you said no, and then our guy quit because you made such a piss about it.
Yeah, I guess can't handle the heat.
You really can't handle the heat, and whenever you go up against Zod, you got to try to make it shitty. Because we just beat you so bad.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anyway,
people probably just want to choke you right now.
No, I can think of 34 other people that are agreeing with me with their fists in the air. Like, hell yeah, that's.
And I told you that you were being a dick, and then Brock thought I was talking to him, and he quit the chat.
Yeah,
because he thought it was.
He's like, whoa, hey man, I'm just saying, and this and that. Like, no. I was like,
Boneyard. Come on,
he's a fucking dick.
How do I have to explain this? It's like,
and that wasn't even the thing. It was like hours went by, and I said, hey, what's the rules here? Can we be in this, or are we blackballed? Quit being a fucking dick.
Yeah. I wanted to rip your head off. I was like, you son of a bitch, come on.
I was pissed because you blackballed us from your contest.
Yeah, no, you blackballed yourself.
No,
But congratulations for getting the Masters.
Hey, congratulations!
People have been tweeting in. They said
keeping us out of
Boneyard's and Masters. I never thought I would see the day.
Well, you're always giving me shit. You're put on the chat. What are you scared of, Crystal? Oh, actually, Boneyard is.
Yeah, I said
Masters 1.
You started saying, that we can't be in the contest, and I said,
like it's so hard.
What are you afraid to see, Crystal?
Yeah. What do you? Scotty says, "What are you afraid of, Crystal?" And somebody else says, "Boneyard is Masters 1." And at the time, like, yeah, dude, I just said, well,
the first time in the history. I said this a while before that. You were still in gold at the time.
When you said, "Are you afraid of Crystal?"
Then you started pushing.
I was in Master 1. I started pushing the Tuesday of that Tuesday.
When you could have just went in with your clan?
No, I started pushing after you blackballed us. I said, okay, well, fuck you. Let's see what I can do. And in one day,
and it worked. Got pushing.
In one day, I was in.
My grand scheme comes true.
In one day, I went up 1,000 trophies, and then
you were in 1,600 and you're Town Hall 10. So
I went up to 2,600. Real quick, and then it took me several days to get up to my highest was.
See, finally got you 30, to do it.
54. Now I'm dropping back down. I'm out of elixir completely, and I can't afford to live up there anymore.
But don't you love the bonus?
Well, yes, but I'm not at a point where I can get that bonus easily. I have to have a full army with full spells, unless I can find a snipe, which is impossible. So I'm going to go back to
ranges, but
Masters 3.
Yeah, that's a nice
where
place
you can
to hang
still
out.
find the occasional snipe.
Of dark elixir.
Well, and the occasional snipe.
Yeah, but if you're close,
I'm not looking for.
If you're close to the beginning of Masters, you have to be at the high end of that league, because if you're close to that the beginning of it, you're getting attacked by people who want to get into Masters.
So I'm going to come down from 2 and come down into the top of 3, and I can, you take every snipe you can, because the payout is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like 100.
You can drop trophies easily just going for loot.
Yeah,
and right there at between 2 and 3.
So now since the push, we're about an hour. Now since the push, I dropped after that. I got up to 40 or 24, 25. So we were on the way. So I'm on the way down now, and I was just stopping at if I see an elixir storage outside. And this happened when I was here. I saw elixir storage outside. Somebody trapped
their elixir. Boy has their elixir, right?
No, he hates it. He rages against it.
What rages against what?
That pisses him off super bad if somebody traps their TH.
Well, that's right. Yeah. That's why it's referred to that way, right?
Yeah. So no, Boazinger walls.
Right.
So some guy trapped it, and I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch! If you want to just put it out there and take the free shield, I was going to give it to you, and I'll drop trophies, because I was in Masters 1, and I'm like, I've been getting good payouts, and when after that push, I realized I'm like, I have my heroes. I'm only doing farming for Dark Elixir now. I'm like, that's it. This is the next phase. If I needed my jump and my lightning finished, but I'm like, whatever. So. She trapped it, and it pissed me off. And I went in, and I failed the attack, but I was at 37%, and my king was still going a little bit. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just get out now and not give him that free shield." So I'm like, that's my new tactic. Is like you said, just
it's been a tactic. Yeah, you go in, but you trapped your town hall outside. Okay, but I'm gonna kill your king, and your queen, and your CC, and set up all your bombs. Yeah, and then I'm gonna leave you with.
But I thought I could go for elixir, or even if you could get that 50%. I'm just like, sometimes I might not even want to.
Drop the trophies.
Because it was. The difference, I think, with this was
because
that
it
was elixir. It was the dark elixir. And I'm like, you know what? I want to take 3,000 of your because you don't really, if you get hit, your town hall just gets hit. You don't really have to spend a lot of money. Maybe your traps. So, but this one was like, if I take 3,000, the next guy is going to come along and take 3,000 more, and then you're a stupid idiot.
Yeah, right.
So, I do have to say this: you didn't know about this because you didn't as part of the push. And this is why. Here's why the push stuff. Because at the very end, we all decided, hey, let's go to a clan.
Oh, I know all about it, and I ignored it on purpose.
We went to a clan COC podcast to see where we all stacked up. So that was the plan Sunday afternoon.
Lady B was pissed that all the folks in Minnesota Nice who were beating the House of Ale handily, because they were doing a push at the same time.
Yeah, but our entire clan was a push.
They were way ahead.
We weren't competing with Minnesota Nice. I was talking with Boots the whole weekend.
I know, but you guys were both pushing at the same time, and they were ahead of you. And then all of a sudden, they all left to go do your thing. And she's like, "Why can't we win something?"
They weren't in the contest.
No, they weren't in your contest.
Yeah,
they were pushing at the same time.
They did their push,
and they were constantly
and it was the end
ahead of you.
The push. Yeah, they weren't ahead. We weren't competing with them.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah,
but then everybody went over to Cock Podcast Clan.
So
we guys made it to
awesome.
What? Made it to what?
14 in the U.S.
14 in the U.S. Global.
So it was in the 300s. I think it was. No, it wasn't the 200s. We were trying to get to the 200s, but so what happened was we all went over there. People slowly came in. We got our membership, getting close, and then Boots said he saw us again or something, and so he came over, and Papa Dragon. And I almost raided Gordominator. I was flipping past right before the end, and I saw his base as I hit end battle to go back. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I would have just done it, but I didn't have a farm. Yeah. But all these guys, Wes and I'm forgetting people now. Alan, everybody came over. And it was like so cool to see like everybody from the gang, and they were all in champs. And so all of a sudden our numbers started going way up in the rankings, and then we kind of hit a point. But it was really fun. Everybody was like chatting. Had it been the contest with Boneyard, there'd be 4 people over there chatting at the very end of the thing, trying to see where the point was to come together.
Well, fuck you, dude. Point was to come together. We would have came over and been like, "Hey, we entered this thing. Hey, we got a link with one person. Isn't that funny? Haha, yeah, awesome. You guys won.
Next time,
you guys won the contest, but everybody else, not taken away from anybody else.
It was so much fun. And Natalia got up to 2,600,
3,600.
Kent did really good. They really pushed. We had people that
they beat out just like
people who
else
didn't
does,
participate.
Yeah, well, yeah, and
that were on the list.
I'm not taking away from her at all. I mean, or anybody that pushed and got up to fucking Masters.
You can't because you weren't in the contest.
Now, I have a question.
Okay.
Doesn't champion and Masters, don't you think Masters is better than champion? I mean, just the words. You're a champion means that you beat everybody in your field. Your master means you don't have to beat people in your field. You are a master. Don't you think that it's should be switched? Not that they're going to switch.
Well, it's kind of like an apprenticeship thing, isn't it? Well, I don't know.
A master has a champion. A champion has a master.
It's weird that it's like Gold Crystal Master Champion. Like those are more like human names, like the titles. The other things are resources.
Yeah,
I think
gold, like bronze, silver, gold.
Yeah, I think the next thing to happen is that
champion
will be leagues, because it's weird when.
But master should be the top thing, because you are a master.
Yeah.
You don't fight other masters. You are a master. You just win. Champions have to fight other champions to become the champion again.
Yeah.
But masters are just masters.
It seems more like
I've always got it backwards, and then now that I got up there, I just kept thinking, "Oh, I made it to champ 2. Wait, no, I'm masters 2."
Oh, you kept saying that?
Well, I kept thinking that because master seems better.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Now it's like so.
Yeah, call in ClashClansPodcast.com and give me your opinion on masters versus champions. Which one's better?
And we're I have a degree. It was really cool. I really so Kent Farmhouse took the championship, and I'm going to talk with Nat and Bryce about that later.
Involved, we would have beat them by 25%
followed
of their
normal,
points, 150% of their points,
unwritten rules of society. And then
that's not it.
I'm going to talk about that.
One of the unwritten rules of society is get yours. And that means when the rules say this, you fucking do your best to win said contest. And between clans, our clan would have won because of what we did. Now, that's not even true because we didn't get to enter. We don't know if Eglay would have been able to get more trophies, or if you guys would have pushed harder because of what we were trying to do, or maybe some of your little guys would have dropped out, so that it would have won, so you guys could have won. That's what a contest is.
I know what a contest is.
You go for the win. Yeah. What you guys did was an exhibition. Let's just see how good we can do.
No,
for no reason.
No.
Yeah, that's what happened.
You are out of your mind. And if you need any points of reference, you can refer back to the entire podcast.
Yeah, when I argued
to convince you,
when you try to convince me of your craziness. But when I presented several very lucid points on what we were trying to do was the way to do it.
Yeah, and then at the
totally
end,
legitimate.
You had 4 people over and me. So, I was like, I'll just. You know what I thought? Honestly, I thought, okay, because Boneyard's like doing this, I should just say. Everybody else is dropping out besides this person, and start a different competition.
So what you're saying
with the different rules, and I thought, why do that? All that work,
and why don't we just
because Boneyard wanted to send that one person?
Why don't we just blackball them?
When it would just be better to say, look, that doesn't make any sense.
Why don't we just let him in?
We'll finish this competition playing by Boneyard. It's like we're
playing by your own rules, man. No. Why don't you just let him in and see what happens? Next one you can change it. You really
this was a cohort of opinions.
What you're saying is
this was not me going, okay, Zod's going to win. This was like a cohort of opinions.
When I say you, I mean you all, as in Natalie and Cooper, the 3 of you were bitching about it so much.
You were the bitchy one. We just said you need to do that.
I was just playing it. Hey, this is the way it is, and you got me,
and then you could
we're doing our own thing. What about the letter of the law? You don't be a fucking dick. That's what you guys were doing.
Yeah,
I just said, hey, it's your rules. We just wanted to enter it.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to enter it on. We wanted to enter it on your rules.
I guess we just were playing 2 different games.
Why does us entering it make it less for you? You say, oh, there would have been 4 people over there because we wanted. You guys would have been so pissy
the results
that we were
of what we wanted to do with the competition.
So pissy that we were involved that you would have just quit.
No, we wanted.
That's what it is.
No,
you're that pissed off about when Zod comes through with some cool rules, or we're gonna bend or a loophole. Like we're fucking out. We're sick of losing to these guys.
We weren't out. We just said no. You can't. You this isn't what we were trying to do. You gotta get more people.
It isn't what you were trying to do, but it was what you did.
That before the contest started. So you know what? We fixed the rule.
Yeah, you fixed the rule. You kicked us out.
No,
because you didn't want to lose to us.
No,
you already said that you would have been fine if we were like at 22.
Well,
because we were already ahead.
I said I would have thought different about it. I maybe went okay, but I would have said okay. He's got I know Zod's trying to like scam it here, but he's going to really have to
There's no scamming.
to do it. Yeah.
No scamming.
Yeah.
No against the rules going on. There's no scamming involved. It's a legitimate play.
And so we said, obviously,
we can't let them do that and win. We better change the rules.
Race.
We can't let them do that.
We added the rule that we all thought coffee too hot.
And here's
hot warning.
The best part is that you never actually added any of those rules. You just bitched at us until we were out.
We didn't have to change the rules physically on the website. I'm sorry I didn't go into the website and change the rules to exclude you. After the fact.
After the fact, Wednesday morning, Egley was in the contest for hours and hours.
No, he wasn't. I just took. You said he was out, so I took him off the list.
Yeah, on Wednesday. The day after the rules.
I didn't update the website.
Yeah, well, hey, man.
All the people had their list finalized, and I had it. I didn't post it.
Tuesday at midnight.
I just didn't post it until the next day.
Yeah, because you already had effectively kicked us out of the contest.
Yeah, no, I kicked you out right away before you guys sent anybody.
Before we even said Egley was in it, we weren't even allowed to be in it in the first place. So we were just excluded from before we even had.
After Egley said he was out, and then it didn't hear back from you about the list on Tuesday night, I went back and checked, and so at midnight, Nat sent me her finalized list, and everybody double checked, and I took you off the list, and then I posted it the next morning.
Well, later on that day, I had checked it several times to see if you would ever change the rules on the website.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
They were super vague. The posted rules. The actual rules that I understood as we had discussed them, or as I had watched you guys discuss them prior to, were much more detailed than what was posted. So,
what was less detailed about it?
Well, the whole thing about having to drop down and basically it was basically the same.
Yeah, but we said we didn't have to.
And so we tried to get in, and
we tried to. And I would have liked to say, below a certain number. That was my thing, and I asked, and people had started pre-pushing, and that's traditionally how you do it, push. And I knew some people might not want to be in it if they had to drop and go up.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And so I was trying to play fair for everybody.
So were we.
Yeah. No.
What?
Had I known.
Because I got a ringer?
Had I known to Boneyard proof my rules.
Because I got a ringer?
No.
What?
It was like, okay, I'm not leaving my own competition to go to the competition that I want to be in, or what we're trying to do, because Boneyard exploited the rules.
It's like a little kid. You're like a little kid with, it's my ball, I'm going home.
No.
You're out. Hey, you're out. You struck out. Oh, it's my ball. I'm going home.
We're playing,
and nobody else gets to play.
Is
that what you're saying?
If we're playing kickball, it's like going up to the plate and throwing it. It's like, no. Sorry we didn't write that rule down before we started.
What?
The kick? Nothing. It's
you
just
catch
no
it, throw it, is what you're trying to say? No, that's not what we do. What we did was, it's kickball, and I'm like, okay, the first up on our team is the guy with the super big leg. Oh, big leg Johnny. Whacking off that kickball over the fence.
It's so big he just is dragging it behind him.
And he home runs, and then he's up again because he's the only one on the team. Big leg Johnny up in number 2 spot, whacks it over the fence. But here's the thing.
It's going to be the title of this episode, Big Leg Johnny.
Here's the thing. If Big Leg Johnny only hit a triple, there's nobody else to hit. He's stuck on third. Okay, we only had one guy in the race. If any one person goes above him, which Natalie did,
that would be like discriminating against somebody because of their physical abilities.
Are you saying Big Leg Johnny can't kick a ball?
I'm saying this one, he's got one ginormous leg.
Yeah.
And not the other one.
He stumps around. He stumps around all day pissed. He just waits to get in the kickball game. He can't wait to get in the kickball. He's like, oh, gym's coming up. Gym's coming up. And you said, hey, go down to the nurse's office for gym class. And he's pissed. Kicking fucking lockers and
that's
fucking garbage
Big
cans.
Leg Johnny Boneyard. It'd be like you as a coach on the sideline going, let's find the kid with the biggest leg in town.
No.
And
that kid with the biggest leg.
Since he's the only person on the roster, he just has to kick it.
I didn't go looking for him, Big Leg Johnny.
Every time, because there should have 9 people, because it rotates and every person is...
Big Leg Johnny was already sitting in my gym class.
Just
ready
by
to
yourself.
Go. Just ready to go, yeah.
Coach Boneyard.
I'm like, okay, Big Leg Johnny. We're having a kickball game. You want to get in? He's like, fuck yeah.
No, I'm the coach of this kickball team, and you're the only player. That's what you would say. And then meanwhile, we've got the other team over here.
No, I have a whole roster of people who aren't very good at kickball, or they're all.
He's all pinch hitting
they're all pretty good at kickball, but I'm benching them all. I'm only sending Big Leg Johnny in. Because I'm certain that Big Leg Johnny can hit a home run every kick.
He can just lay down and kick the ball back. Yeah.
But if he hits a double, he's stuck on second for the rest of the game because he can't. Guess what? Out, done. And that's the trade-off. I only had one rabbit in the race.
Okay, so I guess I should ask. What's new with you and Clash of Clans? Since this has been about the contest and Big Leg Johnny.
Where am I at?
Yeah.
Should we do a full 360 back to the beginning of the episode when I asked you?
Yeah.
You asking me?
I've got a cannon going. I'm only working on heroes. I'm Dark Elixir. Like, I have to get my heroes going big time. And so that's what I'm focused on. And then I put a lot of stuff into walls. I've got about 100 Legos now. And after that, I'm going to just do heroes. And if I get up, I'm going to do my other Dark Barrack coming up and then go on a Dark Elixir diet. I've been rocking it with Giant Velks, Wizards, that combo, and practicing it because I'm going to use that more and more. And I have my arm. I don't have to worry about the upgrades really, and so I'm just gonna do those things. Really work on it has to be Dark Elixir for number one, and if you get the Dark Elixir, a lot of times you're getting the gold, and then if you win it, you get a high gold thing. I might do an anti-push too. But I'm having fun now. I feel like, okay, now I can just kind of farm for what I want. And I don't have to worry.
I have 5 Sleepy Builders.
Yeah, I do too. Well, no, I have 4.
I'm at 30-15 in trophies. No, I did push it up to, I got it up to 30-54. It was my
I might actually be able to raid you now.
I was topped out at 30-54, right? I was loving going up, and I was using a lot of Loonian armies. Loons and minions, and sniping and defensing town halls all the way up. On the top end was getting a lot of trophies with defenses and getting a lot of trophies with sniping. There's no more sniping in Masters 1. You can't find them. It's just not a thing.
I mean I like it.
I've spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of gold looking for the right base, and because it was my first push, and I'm going up through the blacks, up through Masters. I'm searching while I'm nexting while my army's building.
Yeah, I like that because then you're constantly doing
and then once in a while you're like, ooh, I have just enough troops and maybe 1 or 2 spells enough to get to this medium, easy town hall.
Yeah.
Now that I'm in Masters 1, I don't look. I'll go look around. Basically, what I'm looking for is town hall 9s. At Masters 1, I'm hitting any Town Hall 9 I see. Any one. I'm hitting a Town Hall 9 if I have a full army, which is my Loonian with my full spells.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like no-brainer. It's like,
a Town Hall 9, you're like, well, that's the easy one. Like, there's no, You go in there.
You don't have the Infernos to worry about.
You go in there and try and get, you're going to get 50% and you either get 10 trophies.
It's going to suck having my heroes.
Now, here's the thing. You got up to champions, and I meant to ask you this earlier. Is it a fucking grind or what? Is it like 1 and 2 or 7 trophies at a time the whole way up?
No. So what happened?
You go in there, can you get 25? I did that once actually.
Yeah,
I found a Town Hall 8.
Oh yeah,
way up there in Masters 1, and I'm like, and I was like, 25 trophies.
Yeah,
Minion swarm. And I just dumped the minions. I didn't do anything. I didn't use any spells or any balloons. I think I put my heroes down.
I was in the 3300s and hit a Town Hall 9. There was a Town Hall 7 and 8 right when I hit Champs, but Champ or whatever the hell. I didn't lose a battle until the last few hours of the push when we were in the COC podcast clan. And before I went to champ, because I was like, next, win it, or if I even hesitated, I wouldn't do it. And it right about 3,300, it started to slow down to like single digits mostly, maybe 10. Like it might be a minus 11. That's when it started to get slow. But I was only there the last day. Like I pushed. I tried to do about 100 a day.
Oh no! Oh no!
Up. So
all right, I'm just gonna surrender. I was pushing next and dropped a guy.
Yeah, so
I just lost 29 trophies live on the air.
It wasn't.
So I am now down to.
I want to go down to 0.
29.86. I am now down below fastest one.
I might just go to 0.
Oh, just try it. I'm going to go down to Masters 3. I think that's where it is. When I was on my way up, I found a lot of Town Hall snipes at Masters 3. I went from Masters 3 to Masters 2 relatively quickly. Town Halls are still outside. And like you said, at the top of Masters 3.
Yeah.
And the loot is still 100K. So I was actually making money going for Town Hall snipes. I could press next.
Oh, yeah. If you hit a Town Hall snipe, it's like payday.
It's 1 in 100. If you can press it 100 times, next 100 times to get one Town Hall snipe,
and then sometimes you get 3 like even. Within. Yeah. It's like, but you walk away with.
It's 100K.
You walk away with 100K of elixir, and the dark elixir.
You can use your.
Sure, you spend gold. Well, so if you don't care about gold,
basically, I was using my CC to take out a Town Hall, and I wouldn't even use any troop.
Yeah.
And I would just walk away with the 100K.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was out of that, and then I get no longer Town Halls. So I'm going to go back down to that and look for those.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice payday because then you can look and maybe make some money.
10 of them is $1 million.
Yeah.
You
can make some money while you're, like if you're actually sitting down and playing and instead of waiting for your stuff to be done.
Yeah. Just look.
Yeah.
Gold, if you're looking for elixir.
You don't have to break your shields.
Yeah.
Or if you break your shield, that's why it's farming up here is nice.
I've been also been on to my now you don't get the bonus when you do a revenge, which sucks.
Yeah, I think that's outdated. I think that's got to change.
It really sucks. However,
they've got to change because
they changed the trophies. Like if you go for a really old one, you might not get any trophies if you beat, and you might lose 40 if you lose, right? So that's already the thing. So I should be able to get a bonus.
Yeah,
because I'm beating this guy. Well, I don't know.
If you're in the league and you're revenging. And those trophies are counting towards that league. If I'm in champ,
if he beat me when I was in League 1 and I'm in League 1 now and I beat him, I should get the bonus.
Well, I think because
he got the bonus.
Yeah, he got the bonus.
I should get what his bonus is.
Well, and it doesn't matter who's in champ at that because the trophies on there are saying if they're not in your trophy limit.
Yeah.
Then there's 0 or there's like.
Well, think
1.
about it this way. I mean, the trade-off is.
So if you go in there as a champ, I should get my champ loot for attacking that.
Think about it. You're in gold 1 and you get attacked, and he gets a gold 1 loot, a gold 1 bonus, and then you spend 8 hours on the tablet, and all of a sudden you're several hours, and all of a sudden you're in Masters 3 or Masters 1 or Masters 2, right? And then you go to revenge him. Now he beat you in gold 1. Should you get? So he's way down there. Should you get gold? Should you get Masters 1 loot or should you get gold 1 loot? Probably gold 1 loot.
Well, it'd be hard because then you'd have to. Because anybody you'd battle all the way up, though. I know what you're saying. Because I think I see that. But at the same time, for you to go from
you put your Town Hall outside in gold 1 and take a bunch of defense, take a bunch of hits, right? And then all of a sudden you just ratchet up to Masters 1, and then you go revenge all those fuckers, and you get all that loot because those guys.
Yeah, but those people will drop off the defensive people, the attacking your base. It would because you only get so many revenges.
Yes. So you go down to gold 1, get 10 revenges. Let's say 10, right? 10. Your Town Hall's outside. You get attacked 10 times. You got 10 of them. Then
that's only 300 trophies at 10 apiece. Or maybe 900 if it was 30, but that's not the case.
So it's 900. But then you can get up 1,000 in a day, and then you go revenge those 10 people.
Yeah, but they're not on your list anymore.
Yeah, they will be. It's not attack because the defense is you only got attacked 10
You'd
times.
have to get attacked
You only get attacked 10 times. You stay on, you clash.
But the people who attacked you have gotten better.
Eventually,
likely.
but then you go down to the bottom. You don't get the Masters 1 for defeating that guy that hit you at Town Hall.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
He's a Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 7 or Town Hall 6 that went up, that was up a little bit, got your sniped you, and then you get to get him for the Town Hall 6 or the Masters 2 bonus at a Town Hall. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's something that should be fixed there.
There
should get a bonus.
Yeah, I think there should be a bonus.
I think it should be the bonus that person got. At whatever Town Hall level, whatever trophy level you were at when you got attacked, your revenge should be for that bonus. Whatever the other person's bonus was.
Yeah, that could work. Well, I've got to get going to do a podcast with Nat about the push.
Word.
So
you can tell her all about this one. And tell her all about how
she'll probably. I should just probably send this. Listen to this, and then we can talk.
I want to at least tell her that hey, big up to her for getting to 3,600 plus. I'm not taking away from that at all. But fuck all y'all for trying to keep us out of the push because we would have won.
Johnny Big Leg.
We did win.
Johnny Big Leg.
Coach Boneyard and Johnny Big Leg.
God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have more about Clash of Clans next time.
All right. Yeah.
There it goes.
Make
sure you Boneyard your proof. Boneyard proof your rules. If you're doing a contest out there and want Boneyard to examine your rules for loopholes or things that you might not have think about, how would Boneyard try to win this?
How would anybody try to win this? It's not about how would Boneyard try. No, the reason that you ask how would Boneyard try to win this is because I'm the smartest person who's going to win it.
No.
And then you're pissed because we win everything and you don't want us to. And so you're like, oh.
Well, we didn't think anybody would go get Johnny Big Leg. The one leg.
I didn't get Johnny Big Leg. Johnny Big Leg just stood up and was like, hey, I'll play. And I'm like, okay. But we weren't going to play. I wasn't even going to coach you. Like, we had a team. We're like, we're not even going to be in this war. We're not even going to be in this T-ball game. But Johnny Big Leg was like, hey, I want to play.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Johnny Big Leg, get in there. See what you can do, and he was just ready and raring to.
But you had
T-ball all over the fucking thing.
Because you have a whole roster of people for your team, but you said, you know what, guys, why don't you guys go sit out?
They were all ineligible.
You got to get out of the dugout if you're not playing. So Johnny Big Leg, you're the only person still playing.
I didn't pick him to play. He was the only one who wanted to. Nobody in my clan wanted to play.
Then Zod didn't have to be in the clan
because we wanted to be.
Okay,
we're a warring clan. We win wars.
Get a hold of us. Why don't you weigh in on
what we do is win wars, not
at WBSMT Radio
and dick around and not get clan XP and not lose wars.
Whatever.
All right, get a hold of
ClashClansPodcast.com,
42427 Clash at WBSMT Radio Studios.
Clash of Clans Podcast @gmail.com.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Just tell Boneyard how wrong he is.
Hey, call in and weigh in on this thing. Bending the rules or dicking around a guy who wants to play and not letting him because you don't want to lose to him?
No. It's not the point.
Your opinion.
Okay. Keep it clashy, everybody.
All right. Keep clashy.
Wizard, and you know what? I am the hero. When I walk on by, witches be looking like damn he's fly. I'm in the heat, walking through the base like a pimp on the street, yeah. This is how I roll, fireball flame burning out of control. I'm a wizard with a big afro. When the war starts, I got to go. Oh, 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 my hair's got body. Oh, 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 my hair's got body. Oh, 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 my hair's got body. And I don't even work out. When I walk through the base, this is what I see. Every damn archer staring at me. I got power in my hands, and I ain't afraid to show it, show it, show it. Ooh, I'm a wizard and I know it. A wizard and I know it. A wizard and When I'm at the wall, there ain't no level that can fight me off. When I get it breached, clan council troops gonna feel my heat, yeah. This is how I roll. When the battle starts, I take control. Follow me, come on, don't be nervous. Gonna knock this place right out of service. Oh, 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 my hair's got body. Oh, 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 my hair's got body. Oh, 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 my hair's got body. And I don't even work out. When I walk through the base, this is what I see. Every damn marcher staring at me. I got power in my hand, and I ain't afraid to show it, show it, show it. Yeah, I'm a wizard and I know it. 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 Yeah, the wizard, 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 yeah. A wizard, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A wizard, 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 yeah. A wizard, 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 yeah. A wizard and I know it. A wizard and I know it. A wizard and I know it. Oh, yeah. A wizard and I know it. See, man, I told you I was a wizard and I know it. Hey, who has my comb? Wizard. Where's my comb at? Man, I will fireball your ass. You don't get my comb back to me. Don't make me bring back the bunny.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.